The season really slowed down and now I've lost interest and I don't care who wins. On to the tech news. Reviews for AMD's Ryzen 5000 series processors are up from many tech creators, including Linus Tech Tips, and I think theirs are the best for completely objective reasons. You know what else is objective? The fact that these chips f***ing slam! Not only do they destroy their predecessors, the Ryzen 3000 series, but in some cases, the lowest end CPU, the Ryzen 5 5600X, beats Intel's Core i9 10900K. Yeah! Actually pulled my hamstring there. But any launch in 2020 is gonna have some hiccups, and there are some indications that, like previous Ryzen generations, memory speed can have an impact on performance. AMD is working on further optimizations that will be released as BIOS updates. Scalpers have also struck once again, and you can currently find these new processors on eBay for thousands of dollars instead of hundreds. But regardless, AMD has hit it out of the park here, faster and further than ever before, making it look like even with Rocket Lake's supposed IPC improvements, Intel might have a hard time staying competitive in 2021. But we'll all be lucky to just be in 2021. So at the end of the day, who cares?
Come on, say it!
That's the way of the dingle hopper dangles.
Hey!
Apple is expected to unveil the first MacBooks built with its in-house Apple Silicon processors next week. An Apple insider claims to have inside information about how they'll perform.
Well, that's what they do.
The site found Geekbench results for the A14X, which is a variant of the A14 found in the new iPhone 12s and iPad Air, which show the chip beating the A14 and an Intel Core i9 powered Mac in both single and multi-threaded benchmarks. Sure, these chips will be running the new ARM-based version of macOS, so if they can't get the emulation right, this horsepower will be for nothing. And don't forget that this is just a rumor right now. Apple Insider can even verify the benchmarks even really happen. So I'm sure that's what Intel is telling themselves as they prepare to have their laptops chips beaten by an overgrown smartphone processor.
For baby.
They suck. They're just getting attacked everywhere.
Oh, what the?
And it looks like Epic is getting some help from Nvidia in their fight to bring Fortnite back to iOS. The BBC, which is a broadcast channel, says Nvidia has developed a web app version of its cloud gaming service, GeForce Now, which will allow iOS users to play the game through the Safari web browser, along with many other games that are better than Fortnite.
Oh, thank goodness.
If this is true, Nvidia would not only be the latest cloud gaming company to try and skip the App Store and its 30% revenue cut by making its service available through a web browser. Amazon Luna uses this method, an unofficial Stadia browser app was available until Apple took it down, and Microsoft is apparently looking into this as a way to bring xCloud to iOS. The BBC claims Nvidia's web app will be announced before the winter holidays, so iPhone Fortnite players may finally get to perform their stupid dances just in time to make Christmas worse for everybody.
Oh.
Just find a new game, that's so much time. Now it's time for the quick bits, brought to you by Redux, a PC builder striving to bring PC gaming to the masses. Redux will build you a PC with no markup pricing. You pay the same price you would if you were buying components directly, and Redux only charges a $75 build fee. Select your budget, pick your games, see how they perform on your hardware, and Redux's expert builders will handle the rest. They don't cut corners on quality, so all the builds come with a 2-year warranty. So click the link in the description and start creating your PC today. Do it or else you're procrastinating like a bozo. Ooh, quick bits. The PlayStation 5 is launching real soon, but the hype is being diminished somewhat. If you wanted to pre-order, you probably won't be able to get it or a new Xbox in stores on launch day. Also, the PS5 doesn't support 1440p natively. Sorry, people who play PlayStation on a monitor. There's dozens of us. And also, turns out Godfall is only a 6-month PS5 exclusive. On the other hand, at least the PS5 has exclusives, since basically all the Xbox ones have been delayed to next year. Oh man. Have you heard of a PC though?
I hear they're good.
They got ray tracing. Okay, sorry, one more election story. Social media platforms are continuing to weather the massive surge of misinformation that has sprung up this week, with Facebook and TikTok outright blocking the hashtags Stop the Steal and Sharpiegate.
Yep.
Twitter isn't blocking anything, but is slapping more labels on tweets than the flex tape guy slapped that flex tape on tubs of water.
Is there another more pertinent meme about slapping things?
Did he do that more than once?
I don't know.
He's got so many tanks. Do you like to text people while you're drunk and then regret it later? Well, WhatsApp is rolling out a feature that will allow users to set their messages to self-delete after 7 days. But WhatsApp is owned by Facebook, so the word deleted here might mean something more like plucked and deposited into a box Mark Zuckerberg keeps under his bed. Just cries over it. Your data gives him strength in exchange for his tears, which give me strength. Soon he will transcend us all, and I will be his Valkyrie. Netflix is testing a new linear TV-style channel called Direct. in France. The channel will play assorted shows, documentaries, movies, apparently without the ability to rewind, which is weird because you can do that with TV now, if you can find someone who even has it. It's going back to our roots as a species, when we bashed rocks together. You can't rewind rocks.
True, I tried.
And after the hacker game Watch Dogs Legion had its source code hacked, GitHub has had its source code leaked and posted on GitHub. This isn't actually that big of a deal because the source code was actually already available, but if GitHub was posted on GitHub, that means that there's an infinite series of GitHubs within GitHubs all the way down, and tampering with it could lead to the universe's destruction in a GitHub boot loop paradox. If your grandfather invented GitHub, you won't be born.
That's the end of this episode. Come back on Monday. James? I feel him. He's still here.